Say what school you teach at and what grade?
I am at William E. Dole Public Charter School, kindergarten.
Kindergarten. And what are some of the challenges you face as a teacher of this age group?
Okay, well, one thing is that you always have to keep them engaged because they're so young. They like to be active and they like to move around a lot. So you always have to find things to keep them engaged and not so much busy, kind of active participants in the learning teaching process. Okay, in addition to making sure that they're constantly engaged, one of the challenges is making sure that what you give them to do is appropriate. So always finding things that are age appropriate and developmentally appropriate for them is definitely a challenge. Because they're different, they all have different learning styles and they're different academic levels across the spectrum.
And how often do you work with the children's growth development, like their motor skills and fine motor skills?
Every day. It's a daily process. They go. We have a lot of movement activities throughout the day. They also have about an hour recess time where they work on their gross motor skills, their fine motor skills. Every activity I have or every lesson that I teach, I try to have them incorporate a lot of writing activities, a lot of cut and paste activities, a lot of things that would help them to practice and improve their fine motor skills.
Okay. And can you name some activities for me that you give them?
Okay. So during writing time, normally I would read a story to them. I'd also have them, interact with the story. So I'd ask a lot of questions about the story. Gauge responses from them, ask them, what connections they can make with things that I say in the story. In addition to that, I have them do writing in their journals every day. So sometimes it's just based on maybe the story that we've done, or I would have them just free write. So have them think of ideas to come up with and create their own story and illustrate the story. I also have them connect their illustrations to whatever writing they're doing. I provide cut and paste activities. So, for example, this week we were working on nursery rhymes. One of the things that we worked on was Jack and Jill. We were studying position words, and we were also studying action words. So one of the things that I had them do was create these little action books, my wall of action words, and then they would actually have to select an action word and illustrate it, and this would be their little book with action words. This required cutting and pasting. In addition to that, they worked on creating puppets for the story, which they would role play. And this was an activity that also involved cutting and pasting activities as well as coloring. And with this activity, they were also required to write the sentences out. So Jack and Jill danced up the hill, Jack and Jill hop up the hill, and just different sentences that would kind of keep, their interest and keep them engaged.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. You're welcome.
What are some of the challenges you face as a teacher of this age group?
Well, some of the challenges I face is some of the children don't know the letter recognition. They can't count from 1 to 10. They don't know their colors. They don't know their names as far as the first and last name. They know the nicknames, which is, I think, is like at home what the parents should teach the children before they even get into school. I didn't realize how important that was till I started working with the smaller kids. I might call one, they call him Nook Nook at home, when they should be calling him William, or remind him that his name is William Johnson versus, and you can still call him Nook Nook, but, when they get here, that's some of the challenges I face.
Cognitive possibilities for the brain development, such as a child anticipating the future, integrating the present with the past, and detecting relationship between events and concept. How do you work with that as a teacher? How do you work with that with the child?
In this day and age, the way I work with it is we have in this room a Corinthian board. I don't know if you can see it, but it's over there. That's a regular board. They love getting on that board. They get on his hands-on, touching. They do match games. They learn letter recognition. They learn the colors. They learn shapes. And we also put them on the computers, and they can listen to the sounds. So that's one thing I like, working with them. And I bring my camera in, and they use the camera and they learn how to. They might not hold it because it's a little heavy, the correct way, but they know how to peek through it and take pictures. So that's how I work with the college stuff.
Okay. How often do you see child abuse?
Not that often, but I have seen it here. A case with one of the children having gonorrhea in the eye. Another case with the parent abusing the kid by scratching them, pulling them, and pinching them, and putting marks on them. I have seen it here.
Okay, do you see it mostly with boys or girls?
In this school, since I've been working with children, I've seen it mostly with girls.
Okay. And what are some behaviors that associate with high and low self-esteem in this age group?
I find some of the children who, I don't know, and I should say, the parent haven't taught them how beautiful they are. It's self-esteem building. They usually, tell a child, you're ugly, you're dressed like your dad, you're this, that, and other. Just talking to down in the child and telling the child they're beautiful. The self-esteem where they take them a lot of time to these nail salons, these hair salons, putting these extensions in their hair. So when the mother don't have the money to pay for that hairdo, the child comes in with a regular natural hair. They don't like themselves. They really hate themselves, and that's sad to see. That's what I've seen as far as the self-esteem is concerned. They really don't like themselves if they're not dolled up. Mainly the girls dolled up, or the boys getting their hair braided. That's what I've seen in this age group.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.